Please don't be idiots like these folks. We about to get into this video. We ain't gonna waste y'all time.
There's even more of a clown work. But let's not get it twisted. Fam, we all pretty much can agree to this. There's some men who don't be in nothing, who some would say soft or don't even want to protect themselves. But when they come to a woman they like or they love or in a relationship with, man, certain people will crash out, throw their life away, don't have other people, families in their minds when they committing these actions.
Right.
Now, for those who wondering, what do this have to do with the video? Fam, just 4 months ago, of course, I'll leave the link in the bio for you guys to check out. We did a story on Birmingham's most deadliest hour, a shooting incident that involved the mayor's cousin, a local rapper, and a pregnant woman. But it seems...
I know what that video, I remember that video. That was the video when they were shooting up almost every goddamn body they seen. I don't remember what was the reason to it, but one of the mayor's people was in the hood and got hit drinking red fruit punch. People, if you see my lips red.
That record was shattered just 4 months later. 2 families, 7 deceased, over 15 people shot. Fam, what if I told you a female, after doing my research, was the center of both deadly days, having men crash out on the respect of them? And I can't make them both dead. If I told you a female, after doing my research, was the center of both deadly days, having men crash out on the respect of them. And I can't...
Ooh! What the world? Man,
none of this I wish it was a joke, but today we shine light on this case, speak on the one we briefly did 4 months ago, and we also see how allegedly both incidents had took place, talk about the people surrounding them who lost their life as well in the meantime, and we also speak on where we at today. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no aim, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, as I mentioned, the link will be in the bio for the previous story, so I won't waste too much time talking about it. But on the second week of February of 2024, at that time, it was Birmingham's most deadliest hour. It resulted in over 6 people getting shot, having 6 lose their life. But it seemed 2 of those 6 was a young couple who went missing since Valentine's Day. The young woman was pregnant, may she rest in peace. And the young male was a local rapper, may he rest in peace. But then shortly after, in Birmingham, there was reports of a drive-by. 4 people was gunned down in their neighborhood. One happens to be the cousin of Birmingham, Alabama mayor. But once we get past that, after doing my research, it seemed that incident was only intended for one person. And the people that he was with was just a casualty to their war. May they all rest in peace. Now I want to briefly talk about that situation. Now the 4 victims in that drive-by was Tartan, 36 years old, Cortez Ray, 32 years old, Terrell Edwards, 38 years old, and Kevin McGee, 38. A week later, a 20-year-old Lamrion Tyrese Charlie was arrested. He was booked into Jefferson County Jail, and that's when everything started to make sense. Apparently, Cortez Ray, who 32 years old, who lost his life, one of the 4 victims, was talking to a girl named Kier. Kier was talking to another man named Charlie. Charlie ended up leaving some dope inside Kier's house. Cortez ended up taking the dope. Charlie told Kier, I'm going to take your life or you take Cortez. Kier ended up wanting to take Cortez's life.
What the heck? I'm going to take your life. Ho, man. What's going on? Let's see what's going on. Because this shit don't even sound right.
And that shootout happened, leaving 4 people losing their life, all because they wanted Cortez for taking Charlie dope. Now a witness.
Okay. So homegirl didn't let her know that she got a nigga standing with her or something? Because I'm not about to leave my shit here and you doing your thing. You got niggas coming in or whatever going on. Man, this is some weird shit.
States that they saw Kier as the driver and Charlie as the shooter. But after Charlie got apprehended a week later, he maintained his innocence and saying he was only the driver.
Accused in the killing of 4 people in Birmingham stood before a judge just about 2 hours ago.
And this was just a heartbreaking case that you might remember. A packed courtroom today as the families there supporting each other. This was the tragic scene in Wylam back in February on Center Street North. Lamari and Charlie, the man you see here, facing multiple charges, including capital murder.
Like, why he make? I don't understand. That's her house. yeah, somebody was in our house and shit. That's my motherfucking house. Nigga, that's my damn house. Somebody came in my house that I'm talking to and he stole your shit. I wouldn't be like, you gotta go kill him. I'm gonna be driving. You gotta kill him. I ain't gonna do all that. I'm just handling my business. My shit shouldn't have never been in
presence
here.
of a child. Bria Chapman joins us now live with what happened in court today, Bria.
Yeah, Morgan and Sarah, a lot of new details came out today in court, and the victims' families were there, and they got pretty emotional today as a Birmingham detective took the stand this afternoon, sharing new details about this case, about this disturbing case. Now, they also
I loved my son.
And over 35 shell casings recovered. Now, those 2 guns, though, they still have not been recovered. And Lamarion Charlie, he was in court today for his preliminary hearing in this case, and he maintains that he was only the driver. He just drove the car that was used in the shootings that killed 4 people. Now, Detective Tolliver says that shooting happened in less than a minute, and prosecutors say the suspects fired the shots, drove off, and then burned the car on Winona Road, and that happened within 20 minutes of each other. Now, the only witness...
Smart man. Smart man. Smart man. Smart man. Burn that motherfucking car, boy. Because you know when they do that motherfucking thing, we going to see who was really the driver and who wasn't. Once they knew that, hope they left the car and their gun in there with it. So this is like a real, honestly, if the car and all that, how would they know they really did it? I mean, other than hearsay, he say, she say type stuff. But that's the only way.
The homicides was Cortez Ray's young son, and all 4 victims' families were in court today as they listened to what happened during those final moments. Kevin McGee's mom, Mary Holmes, tells me this was her first Mother's Day without her son, and that was hard. But being in court today was even harder.
I loved my son. My son was a good child, a good son, good father, good son, good brother, big brother. He was the life of the party. He loved cars. He drove big trucks. All of our kids were great kids. All of them. They were all loved.
Don't forget these.
They were. And they didn't deserve any of this that they got.
Oh, they didn't.
And today we also learned about another person of interest that they are still looking for in connection to these shootings. But as for Lamarion Charlie, he is still being held in the Jefferson County Jail, and now this case is headed to a grand jury. Reporting live in Birmingham, I'm Bria Chapman, WBRC, Fox 6 News on your side.
Now, 4 to 5 months later, Birmingham's Alabama, most deadliest day, will be increased by 1. The first incident involved 3 people who was found shot to death in their vehicles on the east side of Birmingham. Police say they found Landon Brooks, 5 years old, Akira Kiaberry, 28 years old, who was Landon's mom, and her boyfriend, identified as Eric Jr. He was just 28 years old of Hoover. Now, Berry was a hairstylist. She was also a loving mom. Her son was set to begin kindergarten in the fall. They were among 7 people who was killed in the city, and roughly 6 hours apart. May they all rest in peace. I love condolences to their families. Now, before we talk about the other incident on the same day, it's important to know this. Kia, baby father, who was Landon Brooks' dad, was gunned down, set on fire, and robbed in his apartment just 4 years prior.
The f he do? Oh, prior.
Identified as Ladarius Jamil Brooks, just 27 years old. He lived in an apartment in Birmingham. Those apartments was identified as Watertown Lodge Apartments on Watertown Circle. Just after 4 a.m., responders saw light, smoke, and no visible signs of flame. However, firefighters found a body when they went into the downstairs unit to extinguish any hot spots. Birmingham police said Brooks had been shot and partially burned. He was pronounced deceased at the scene. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family.
We now know a deadly apartment fire we first told you about this morning is a homicide investigation. Birmingham police just tweeting that within the half hour. This happened at the Watertown Apartments in Roebuck. Fire investigators telling us they got a call about 4 this morning. When they got there, firefighters saw smoke but no flames. When they went inside to put out the fire, they found the body. No identity has been released, and again, Birmingham police now investigating it as a homicide. I'm Sheldon Haygood at the First Alert Desk.
Now, fam, as we briefly get back to this past Saturday in Birmingham, most deadliest day, the 4 of the 7 people who lost their life in the span of 6 hours happened at an event center that was set to have birthday celebrations that night. Now, according to the flyer, this event took place at 8 p.m. until. It was located at 3427 27th Street North 35207. Now, it's saying the host was a guy named Spoon, who went to Facebook Live moments to see the people surrounding his picture was also cancers who had a birthday celebration and came to it. Before we disclose any more information, check out a clip from his Facebook Live inside the venue.
I'm gonna get right back online. Huh? Thank you for coming. Yeah. Niggas sleep. Don't never sleep on the cab. Don't never sleep on the spoon. Don't never sleep on the goon. Hey.
Oh, he was a goon.
You stop playing me like I ain't him.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey. We leaving business. It's fun tonight. $100,000 oh man. Happy birthday. Stop playing with the mother. Count. Bitch. Happy birthday to them. Stop playing with us. Big birthday. Big band. Big funk ass hoe. Yeah. I ain't drunk. He got it.
You know a nigga drunk when he say he ain't drunk.
I hate you. Hey, thanks. What you doing? Stay right here. Stop playing. What I do now? Stop playing. You better stop playing with this. Stop playing. Supreme clan. Supreme, man. Yeah, that's the real. That pussy ass hoe. The real. Ain't none of y'all stink ass horses away. It real on here.
How much do those Supreme Nikes cost? Like, they was hyped like a motherfucker. Supreme put their name on anything that's hyped. If it's already hyped, they put their name on it. But how much are they?
Supreme, the real man.
The real ones.
Supreme thing. Yeah. Stop playing with him. Look, he ain't the crazy outfit. You don't wear this. You ain't got this on. Oh, my mama, you don't. Oh, you lying. They be lying. Yeah. You ain't got this. Yeah. Hey, baby. Hey, look, Leo shit coming up next month. Leo, bring yourself out, nigga. Bring yourself out. All Leo, bring yourself out, bitch. We gonna turn this bitch up, nigga, on my mama. All the way to the end of the next year, then we're gonna start out with some new. Look, if he ain't hear me, we ain't hearing it, nigga. If I can't smell it, I can't sell it. Oh God, rebellious. If I ain't choking, I ain't. Dumb ass nigga, stupid ass nigga. Pull up on the 3427 Street now. Goofy. Yeah. Big now.
Is they beefing?
Oh, look at Big Bro now. Oh, yeah, I can do it.
Is they beefing?
Oh, look at this crazy. Y'all too crazy. I need a cut, bro. See, I'm looking around. Y'all got time.
This nigga dropping his phone and shit. Nigga drug his shit, dropping his phone.
I'm not. I'm saving myself. What's up, bitch? Let's prove, baby. I just make sure y'all had y'all shit on. My bad. Oh, you did that? Why y'all? You know, this eye closed. I know. Oh, you know. Ew. But in the corner. Come on. That shit so cool.
Now, while that party was taking place, officers received multiple shooting calls to that location at around 11:08 p.m., only to find a chaotic scene.
This nigga is dumb as hell. I was telling him where he at and all this other shit. He was telling him where he was at and everything, yo. drunk as hell, hot, beefing, obviously. Now he dead.
Them scattering inside and outside the club. Birmingham Fire and Rescue pronounced 3 people dead at the scene.
Oh,
one man
God.
outside the nightclub and 2 women inside. The local hospital confirmed the demise of 1, which made it 4. The victims was identified as Angela Weatherspoon, Markeisha Giddings, Stevie McGee, and LaRandis Anderson. Now, Stevie McGee was also cousins to the McGee who lost his life in the deadliest hour just 4 months prior with the cousin of the mayor. Now, no one is yet to be arrested for this incident as well. But after doing my homework, I can tell you this. This incident happened because females got into a fight and a man came back and what they call, quote unquote, spent and shot up the whole nightclub for 1 woman, leaving 4 people deceased from ages 60 to 18, having over 15 people shot.
It was his fault. It was homeboy's fault. Completely. I don't give a hell what nobody say. It was homeboy's fault. He up there boating, this and that. Nigga, that was your fault. Then you said the address. They probably already really know where you at. That's probably why you said that shit. Because they probably already seen the little background. Like, man, we know where yo at.
After one of the most violent days he's seen in his law enforcement career. 7 people murdered, 10 others injured in 2 separate shootings. And the violence is not contained to Birmingham city limits. Good evening, I'm Megan Scarano. Tonight, deputies with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office are investigating after 3 more people were injured in a shooting. This was the scene shortly after 7 o'clock on the 2400 block of 5th Street Northwest in Center Point. We're told the victims are a teenage girl and 2 adult men. We are working to get additional information about the shooter. Meanwhile, Birmingham police are searching for killers in 2 attacks on Saturday. One killed 3 people, including a 5-year-old child. The other took 4 lives and injured 10 others during a birthday party at an event center. This is a list of each of those killed. Many are young, a lifetime of opportunity now lost. Each of their families now forced to plan their funerals. City leaders and law enforcement came together this afternoon to address the bloodshed. ABC 3340's Austin Pratt is in the newsroom. Austin, the shooters and those who protect them are being put on notice.
Megan, many promises were made to crack down on the violence in the city. Birmingham Police Chief Scott Thurman promises to hold the individuals responsible for Saturday's shootings and the many others plaguing the city accountable.
For those who are responsible for those heinous crimes, I want you to know that we will be coming for you with full force. With every piece of law enforcement that we have, we will be coming for you.
Saturday's shootings have lit a fire in the belly of law enforcement and the mayor's office in Birmingham.
A lot of innocent people were shot and killed yesterday. Many others were wounded.
Saturday's shootings resulted in 7 people being killed, 10 others injured. The first shooting, a targeted attack.
Boy, down there, y'all don't be playing no goddamn games. Y'all don't be playing no games.